Let's do it, Believe Nation. Let's get some Q&A happening. Let's see how it can bring you value today. So let me pop just a thing, put it below. Put your comment, put your questions. Put your questions below. Put your questions below. Welcome, welcome. It's time for another League of Legends Q&A night. Let's bring in Jeremy. Where's Jeremy? Waiting on Jeremy. Waiting on Jeremy. Okay, well, until Jeremy gets here, hopefully you guys had a great day. Wednesday is my project day, so I spent the day just working on whatever I want to work on. So I worked on my campaign for the book launch. We just launched a 254 for billionaires, so every morning for 254 days you get a video from your mindset. There's Jeremy. Let's bring him in. Let's bring in Jeremy, the JCurve. Here he comes.
Oh, hello.
What's that? What's that? Oh, hello. What was that?
Hello. Just hopped off a call. Gotta get the energy back up. Let's go.
Why was the energy down for this call, Jeremy?
It wasn't. No energy's down. Just gotta keep it consistent. You know, I don't know how you do it, Evan. I don't know how you keep.
Let's go. This is great, dude. Come on. All right, so here's the plan, guys. I'm playing League of Legends. I need to get to gold. I lost 3 games yesterday with Alex as my co-host. Jeremy has the best winning record of all my co-hosts, so we need some wins today, guys. We need some wins today. Let's make it happen. You guys ask your question below. Jeremy will pick them. He'll answer it. I'll answer it. Move on to the next one. So you got questions for me and Jeremy? Pop it down below. And let's kick this thing off and get some wins. We got 3 live streams over 3 games. And let's go. What do we got?
All right. Still no questions.
No questions, guys.
No
Pop.
questions
This is your chance.
Yet. So we'll see if that comes in. But
we'll see if who comes in?
We'll see if the questions come in.
Oh, yeah, the question.
I'm just curious.
You're curious?
Oh, no. I was just curious to say, what is the if someone has lost their job? I want to ask you a question. If someone lost their job,
have you lost your job, Jeremy?
Well, no, like I know people, right? So you know, for people who have lost their job, and they don't know what they really want to pursue, they haven't found anything.
Oh, wait, can I hold on for a second? I wrote in the thing, put your wisdom below, not put your questions below. Hold on, that's why. Okay, hold on. Let's switch this up. Put your questions below. I don't know what I was thinking. Put your questions below. Okay, there we go. Put your questions below. Hold on, let me pin that. Put your wisdom below. All right. Okay, good. Now we're good. Yes, okay, good. Right. Go. Someone who lost their job.
Yeah, so for people who've lost their job, they have no idea what they want to pursue in life. You know, they're still young in their 20s and stuff like that. And you know, they don't have the job right now. So what should be their next step if they don't have a skill set they're really passionate about and they don't have that job?
You explore. Like you start looking at anything available to you, whether it's an online job or just content. Everybody's posting. I'd be following people on Instagram. I just got off a IG Live with Grant Cardone. He went live, invited me in. Everybody's going live. It's crazy. So all the people that this is your chance to get ahead. This is your chance to start learning, to start researching, to start figuring out, like, what is it that you want to do? Use this chance to learn. Don't go watch. Oh, they picked Timo. Are you kidding me? Come on.
Sorry, Evan.
All right. Okay, we're going to our backup champ. We're going to Heimer.
I'm getting you to gold, okay?
I know, right? We might have to swap Jeremy in a couple more days. We'll see if we can keep this streak going. Oh, this is bad, too. I'm going up against a Timo. I hate Timo. Timo's the worst.
Why is that?
He's just super annoying. He's such an annoying champion. He's so annoying to play against. Anyway. Somebody left the game. We're starting over. Yes! So good. That's the JCurve luck. Okay. Yeah, so I would use this time to discover, to go, to read, to learn, even looking about what you did when you were frustrated and trying to figure out how do I make money, how do I grow, right? But like, what did you do? You went online and you looked up videos and you found Robert Herjavec, or you started watching Shark Tank, right?
Mm-hmm. I went down the rabbit hole. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what people need to do. They need to go down the rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
They need to use this time to explore. Did we talk about how thought leadership content is down? We did, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's shocking to me. Thought leadership content is down for a lot of channels. It's crazy. It's crazy. I can't believe it. Everybody's at home. YouTube traffic is way up, but people are not consuming educational content. They're consuming news to freak out and get more panic and worry, and entertainment to shut off their life. People are not at home watching thought leadership content. It's crazy. This is the time when you need to do it.
Someone asked, learn what specifically? Things you're interested in. Dive deeper into them.
Yeah, follow your curiosity. Like Jeremy's here because he got curious about entrepreneurship or money and found Shark Tank, which led him to Robert Herjavec on my channel, which led him to Robert Herjavec's book, which led him to start reading where he never was a reader before. That's the process.
Yeah.
What are you interested in? Just follow your curiosity. It's going to be messy at the beginning. It's okay.
The funny
It doesn't
thing
have
is,
to be perfect.
When I had my first $1,000, like I took that $1,000 and went to the bookstore and went on Amazon and everything like that. And your one word book was in that first pile of the $1,000.
Right? But it wasn't the first book you read. Very sad.
No, it wasn't. But the thing is like, yeah, you read one book and then in the book they recommend other books. And then just like recommend other people. And then you just like, you go into that environment and there's nothing you can do about it if you just stay there.
Yeah, you follow the rabbit trail. You just keep following, and you'll find the thing, and give up on things quickly, right? Like I think my channel is a great starting point because if you're doing a video on somebody, you get a 10 to 15 minute introduction to somebody and their thoughts, and if it resonates with you, then do what Jeremy did. Go buy their book. Go spend more time learning from that person. And if you watch them and say this person is silly and doesn't know anything, great. You've only lost 10 minutes of your life, right? Go find somebody else.
I'm looking for comments, but they're sparse today. I'm not seeing comments. People are saying they're leaving comments, and I'm going through this, and I'm not seeing
people saying, I wrote my question. I have a question. Where are the questions?
I'm not seeing them. They're not here. Maybe because you changed the wisdom thing?
No, that is not what happened.
Oh. No?
What, you got to scroll up. No?
I am, yeah. I see one question.
Okay. Well, people are freaking out saying they left questions.
I know. I was looking at that.
Okay, so guys, if you left a question, write it down below. Maybe there's some glitch or something. Put it below and we'll get to it.
Yeah, there must be, because people were saying that last time, and I'm seeing no comments.
Wait, you're not seeing even comments?
No,
comments are coming in.
I am seeing comments. I am seeing comments, but it's just like people leaving specific comments. Like I'm seeing like people are telling me they've learned a lot from your videos, and they're off to execute, which is awesome.
Okay, but look right above it. Hey, what's a good video editing software?
Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's a question.
Jeremy's just kind of blind right now, so put it in all caps if you have a question, so it's easy for him to read.
Oh yeah. All right. Video
Here
software.
we go.
What does your team use? I think Adobe's the best. Premiere Pro. It's so easy, so friendly for people.
I don't know if Adobe Premiere Pro is easy or friendly.
Like a YouTube tutorial and you're good. You're on your way.
Yeah, there's a learning curve. There's a learning curve, but it is the best. I mean, I think that's what our team uses. I haven't used it personally. I haven't touched Adobe Premiere Pro ever. I got Timo. Yes, very exciting. Time to get a victory, guys. Let's go. I used when I first started, I used Windows Movie Maker, which was like the simplest, easiest, most basic version of any kind of video editing. And then as I wanted to up my skills, I went into Camtasia, which is a little bit more advanced and more features and options. And let you do screen share, I think. I don't remember, but I haven't touched a video editing in over a decade. No, not at all. Zero. Zero. I am so glad that I have 4 people now who are editing videos that I don't have to touch them. That makes me super happy. I have no interest. I like the creative process of being able to contribute and say, hey, how about we do this or that? But the actual mechanics of pushing the buttons, no interest. No interest. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't even worry so much yet at the beginning. I guess it depends on the type of content. Like, don't let the editing software be the reason why you're not posting content. Get your content up. Get your content up.
Mm-hmm. Someone saying hi from Brazil. I'm still not seeing those comments. Come on,
hi from
guys.
Brazil. Have you been to Brazil?
Me?
Yeah.
Gosh, no. I haven't been to most places. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. We're getting some bold questions. We get some bold.
The all caps. The all caps question, so Jeremy can see it. I love it.
All right. Perfect. All right. What are the ethics with adding content from other people's videos into your YouTube content? So, you can pull clips from other channels and put it into your content, but just make sure they're not long length clips per se, depending on what they are. So like, make sure you're not pulling from movies or anything like that, because they're really hardcore. I keep seeing a lot of people trying to pull from movies, and they're just getting blocked, those videos. So you want to make sure you're pulling from friendly sources for the most part. But yeah, avoid swearing, cussing, anything like that for when pulling clips as well. It's the main thing. How about you, Evan? With your top 10 rules, how do you pull clips? I think that's what they're really interested in.
So what's interesting was ethic, because there's legality and there's ethics. I think for the ethics side is more, are you, at least for me, what I consider, are we putting this person in a positive light? Are they going to be offended if this thing happens or not? So example, like I said, I just got off a live with Grant Cardone, right? We've been doing videos on Grant for I don't know how many years. And when we first started, he was like, hey man, I love this idea. Thank you so much. If you need any bonus videos from me, let me know. We have footage that hasn't even been uploaded to our channel yet. If you want some of that, let me know. Right? So he wants me to spread his message more, right? It helps him get more exposure for everything that he's doing, right? Mm-hmm. We always make the person look good, but also something that I've learned from, right? So if I haven't learned from somebody, we don't force a video. We just don't do it. There's been a bunch of people who we've tried to make a video on, but I didn't learn enough from it. And so we just never posted it. So that happens. And then the last thing I would say was like, just make sure that you don't kill the context. There's a lot of this is from the ethics perspective that he was asking about. There's a lot of videos where they cut just before or just after, and you miss the context. Even Jeffree Star last night did a live. Jeffree Star is like the big YouTuber makeup beauty guy, and they messed up his sentence. Like he said something about dark, and then people he said I hate it. I hate dark or something. He's talking about people who are negative. I hate dark, and then his next word was people, and people took that out of context to say I hate dark people, or black. I forget if he said black or dark. Anyway, it's like if you actually hear the whole thing, you realize he's not talking about him hating dark people. Yeah, he hates that there are people who are dark, and then his next sentence started with people, right? Or people who were. There was a political video of Nancy Pelosi, and they were slowing down her speech to make her look drunk. Right? People are so malicious use of cutting, where you're trying to make the person look bad, and like, yes, they said it, but you're not giving a whole story and giving the actual context. So that's something we always try to pay attention to when we're doing clips. is did we try to, I'm trying to make it as a tribute. So like, did we accurately portray what this person was trying to say, right? Did we get the full picture? And hopefully we do that. Most of the time we do. I'm sure there's some times where if they looked at it, they said, hey, you missed what I said before, and that was really important to the context. But we've never had anybody say, I hate what you did, right? Yeah.
Well, and people who also just don't maybe want their content out there on other channels, and they contact you, it's no harm, no foul if you didn't just say, okay, no worries, won't do that. If you want me to share AdSense money or anything like that, right? Like just giving back.
Yeah, I mean, the only two people we've never been able to work a deal with are Dave Ramsey and the estate of, what's his name? Oh my God, I'm blanking. I'm trying to not die here. The estate of, who's Jim Rohn? I'm thinking Tony Robbins' mentor. Who's Tony Robbins' mentor? Jim Rohn and Dave Ramsey. So the estate of Jim Rohn and Dave Ramsey are the only two people who we've never been able to make some kind of arrangement with. Everybody else, they like it. They've been cool with it. Not all of them are as proactive or loving as someone like Grant is. Who's like, hey, I'll record bonus content for you, right? I'll give you stuff from our vault that nobody's seen before, right? Like most people don't go that far, but I think when you start to establish yourself in an industry, so within the entrepreneur thought leader industry, I'm pretty well known, right? All the guys who are making the content know me, and I probably have some kind of relationship with. So then it makes it a lot easier, and people know that it's always a tribute. Right? So it's always trying to make them look good. Right.
All right, we got a question on a gentleman who's asking.
Did they all caps it?
No. Or sorry, MVP Money B. Hey, you got any tips on growing a YouTube channel? You inspired me to start a YouTube motivational channel. So that kind of ties into it. For tips, yeah, like Evan and I are YouTube growth factor guys. So to inspire to make a YouTube channel motivational, I would say is you have to know your target audience. So who are you trying to motivate and why? What is the thing that you're trying to put out in your content? Maybe it's a demographic you want to hit, a similar problem that you've been through that you want to create motivational content to help people get through as well. So find that why, and then really just start creating content. Get out there and just keep posting content consistently. Every single week you should be putting out a video and ramping that up, even though it's not maybe high quality like Evan or these other guys who have built up to that. But starting at a place where you're putting out content, and then you start to build that tribe of people. And then in the little details, I'd make sure to just really focus on your thumbnails and your titles for videos when you do that content, because most people don't focus on that. And even if your content isn't super high par, if you have a great thumbnail and a great title, you could crush it so much more than other people. So, yeah.
What were they saying? They want to create motivational content, but need tips on how to get started?
They're inspired to make a motivational YouTube channel.
Oh, great.
So yeah.
So the greatest thing you can do is use this time to turn that inspiration into action. A lot of people get inspired, but then just don't do anything. So that needs to be your number one priority. Is what can you start today to make your video happen? And I'm disrespecting the editing. I'm just like everything just to get it up. Just get your video up. What do you need to do to get the video up? That should be your starting point. Uh-oh, my team is dying. My team is dying. Don't die, Carmichael. Okay, good. We're doing it.
Better stay alive.
Get your video, like today, this weekend. You know, what day is today? Wednesday? By the end of the week, get your first video up. The best thing you can do is just teach yourself that right after this IG Live, or even right now, shut this off and go make your first video. And imagine that you're talking to the younger version of you who really needs that message, because there's so many people out there who are like that, and just put the phone on yourself and make the video. Right? Or if you're editing and doing mashups or whatever, great, then just go and make your first mashup. Like start it. Teach yourself that as soon as you get inspired to do something, you know what happens? You do something.
Yeah. Someone's asking about IG and YouTube and how it's very saturated platforms, and how much they need to invest in marketing to start growing. So for YouTube, YouTube's the long game. Instagram's kind of a short-term play. But for YouTube, it's not saturated. Like if you look at the majority of people who have huge channels, it's actually very small because people, they try and go on YouTube and then burn out. They don't formulate a plan, and they don't commit because YouTube takes a while to pick up. So YouTube, I don't think it is very saturated long term. Short term, you might see a bunch of people, but you want to be thinking about the long game. So really, you should be thinking about growing the YouTube channel organically if you're trying to establish a base of a community on social media. To really start growing, and spending in marketing for YouTube isn't going to help you do that. You got to post out amazing content that focuses on high quality thumbnails and titles to start doing that. If you want to grow a brand long term, and just stay with it. People treat YouTube as a sprint when it's a marathon, so it's not saturated long term. What are your thoughts on Instagram and YouTube?
I look at where the demand is. People are watching. So you want to go somewhere that doesn't have any saturation, chances are there's nobody watching either. So I love YouTube. I love Instagram. Those two would definitely be the first place that I would go to, but I wouldn't worry about saturation. I think it's what's the word? I don't know. Defensive.
It's a limited mindset.
Yeah, like it's just defensive thinking.
Yeah. There's always room for the best.
All your heroes, all the people who you watch videos on, all the people that you look up to that are profiled, go where it's not saturated is never the tip. Like it's not how successful people think. They go in thinking, I'm going to make this amazing. I have something unique to bring this, right? As opposed to, I'm going to go only to the place where nobody's at right now.
Yeah.
Saturation shouldn't be the thing that you're making your decision based off of.
Mm-hmm. All right. So someone's asking, kind of back to you connecting with Grant Cardone and all these big names.
I love that people are still putting like all caps. So Jeremy, you can see the question. It makes me very happy.
It honestly helps. The first question that came in was all caps. So there you go. So someone's asking, when you were first starting out, how did you reach out to people in the initial contact when you were on your way up?
That's an interesting question, because when I was starting doing what I'm doing, it's a different environment now. It was weird. So my first videos, I've been on YouTube for almost 11 years, right? April will be 11 years on YouTube. It's crazy. The first video I did was telling the story of Walt Disney. And I mean, I don't know Walt Disney, right? And I can't even read Walt Disney, right? And so I told the story of Walt Disney because I had learned from him. And then I did some more, and I forget the ones. I forget what the order was of what I did them in. But it was always just telling people stories. And so I started building up some content. Not that I was super known or anything, not yet. But nobody was really doing that on YouTube either, right? And so I think comparing what I did is maybe not a fair assessment, because what I would do now would be totally different. What I do now is I would look for oh my God, I'm gonna die. I would look for an opportunity to find someone who's in promotion mode and then go offer to help them. Right? So like me, if you wanted me on your channel, hey, I'm doing my book right now. That's a great time to reach out and help. People often will even do paid giveaways where you buy a certain number of whatever, Gary V sneakers or books or whatever, and you get an interview. So that's what I'd be looking out for. I'm looking for who's promoting books. Like in my friend circle, who's promoting books right now? Jay Shetty's promoting a book. Dave Hollis is promoting a book. Who else is in Puerto Rico is promoting a book? Who's the third guy? Uh-oh, he's not going to be happy with me.
Is Tom Bilyeu coming out with his book?
I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
Not talking about that. I'll let him talk about that.
Sure.
But Jay Shetty, Dave Hollis, and who's the third guy? Oh my God, he's gonna kill me. Russell Brunson. Jesus Christ, Russell Brunson is coming out with a book. He just shipped me his box set too. Oh my God. Anyway, so those three guys, there's something you could do for them. Like they're much more likely to say yes to anything that you need. They just say, hey, I want if it's Jeremy. Hey, I'm Jeremy Stickney. I love inspiring. I'm a how old are you? 22, 23, 24?
22.
How old are you? I'm a 22-year-old entrepreneur. I want to help inspire other young entrepreneurs right now to create ClickFunnels and be able to build an online business. Are you free for a quick 10-minute hangout? I'd love to get your opinion and perspective, right? And then share that with other young people. And I'm gonna promote it to. You may not have an audience yet, but I'm gonna promote it to my university, and I'm gonna give it to my high school prof, because I think, right? Like, think of any resources you have. And right now, chances are Brunson might say yes, because he's looking for angles. He's looking for promotion, and you're asking for 5 minutes of his time to give him some exposure. So you just got to think, what kind of exposure can you get? When I was doing, in the early days too, I would use other people's connections. So when I was doing my book, I wanted to get to the Honest Company and Jessica Alba. And at first they said no. And so whatever, like my audience size didn't matter. Published book with Penguin Random House doesn't matter. So I then went to TechCrunch, which was I don't know, people still read TechCrunch? It's a big blog for news.
No idea.
Entrepreneurial news. Anyway, I said, hey, I'd like to go interview Jessica Alba from the Honest Company for you and for my YouTube channel and my book. What kind of topic would I need to pitch them that would be a fit for you? And they said, well, there's so few women in tech. If you could get her to talk about her experience as a woman in building this company, we'll do it. Great. So now I'm reaching out to say, hey, I want to write an article for TechCrunch on how to, right? TechCrunch is good stuff. Yeah. So you just try to be creative as somebody who's in promotion mode, and then how can you get any kind of audience for them that they might care about? So I mentioned 3 people who are just in book launch mode right now. I'm saying yes to things that normally I wouldn't say yes to, because I'm trying to get the word out for my book as well, and I can't speak anywhere, and I'm not touring because of Corona, right? It's a great time. Brendan, I'm not going to talk about that. There are other people. Okay, we'll kill that thought. There's things that I'm not allowed to talk about that I got to watch out. I might, while I'm playing League, slip some things. I gotta pay attention.
Just
but
focus on winning.
There are other people. Robin Sharma. Robin Sharma is in the process of writing a new book right now. He's writing a new book. And so he's not even talking to people. Like a lot of these authors, when they're writing new books, they go into hermit mode. So he's not focused on anything. He's not focused on his YouTube channel. He's not focused on his conference. He's focused on writing another kick-ass book right now. So if you're trying to get Robin Sharma, now is a terrible time. Don't talk to him. He's not gonna respond to you. He doesn't need promotional help right now. He needs isolation, quiet, solitude, so you can go write a kick-ass book, right? So timing is really important. The good news is there's always somebody who's promoting something. There's always somebody promoting something. And so pay attention to those people, strike while that iron is hot, and find some way that you can give them some value. Makes a big difference. That's how I would do it. It's not how I started, but it's a better answer to that question, because that's how I would do it right now.
And it's so much easier today than ever.
It's so much easier. There was no Instagram when I was doing this. There was no YouTube, right? I mean, YouTube was not this. People didn't have YouTube channels. No established person, like the people who you look up to and love and you want on your channel, they didn't have YouTube or Instagram. It was a foreign concept to them. So now it's a totally different game and a huge opportunity.
No excuses.
Let's go.
All right. So not entirely sure about this comment. But I
I
think
like
I
it.
know what it is. Someone's saying someone's leaving them comments saying your content are much more than your subscribers, so it has more views I think than subscribers. I get this comment so many times. How can I promote my channel? So I'm not sure if they think getting more views on a video than subscribers is bad. That's a good thing. I'm not sure how to dive into that. Your content
The,
are much more than your subscribers. I get this comment so many times. How can I promote my channel?
okay. So we could take it down. I'm not 100% sure if you're still sticking around. If you want to add more clarity on there and put it in all caps so Jeremy sees it, we could dive in. But let's start with the assumption of they're getting a lot more views and they're not converting over to subscribers. So what do you do?
Mm-hmm. Are you want
Yeah,
to dive
you go
into it?
first. Yeah. Well, you're the expert.
Wait. So how are you tackling it? The angle of that question.
That's the angle.
The views to subscribers.
Yeah.
I was reading a comment.
That they have a lot more views and they're not converting those views to subscribers.
Oh, okay. So if you're trying to convert more, if you're getting more views, if you're getting views, that's a good problem to have. But if you're trying to convert more subscribers, then you want to think about maybe you're not connecting enough with your audience, and so maybe you're not telling enough story within your videos where people can resonate with you, where people can resonate with the message you're trying to send through your content, where you can build up that tribe. So if you're trying to get subscribers, I would say share more story, whether it's a personal story, something that's happened to someone you know, or something along those lines where people feel like they can connect with you, and instead of you just giving them advice and not having them get an emotional feeling from you. So sharing story and allowing people to connect with you on a deeper level will allow you to build their tribe faster. So yeah, that's the angle I would take for that.
I would start with thinking, one, just recognizing that it's way normal, right? You're supposed to have way more views than subscribers.
Yeah.
Also because some of your videos are getting repeat views from the same subscribers, right? I have 300 million views on my channel and 2 million subscribers, but a lot of those views came from repeat people coming back. It doesn't mean it was 300 unique people, right? Coming back. Next, I want to have a good number of people who are non-subscribers watch my videos. That means you're growing. So I was just looking at it today. 83% of my views on my channel right now come from non-subscribers.
That's awesome.
That's good. Yeah, it's a good number. Like if you're only getting 50% or 40% of your views from your channel's not growing. It means YouTube's not promoting you enough. So I don't know what percent you're at right now, but you might want to just adjust how you think about it, because you're supposed to have a lot more views and subscribers. Next, I would look at what videos converted the best to subscribers. So go to your analytics. If you don't know how, you can hire Jeremy and he can help you. But you go to your analytics and you can see which videos led to the most subscribers for your channel. And often it's going to be your biggest videos, but you'll usually find a couple videos that did well in converting subscribers, even though it didn't get that many views. It's not maybe your top 5. Uh-oh, I'm going to die. It's not maybe your top 5 videos, but it's your top 5 for subscribers. So like what happened in that video that made people want to subscribe versus others? So to Jeremy's point, maybe it's storytelling, maybe it's something else. You go and do some analysis on the video to see what was special about this one. We're looking at, Jeremy was looking at Marion's channel, Marion Asanda, who's going to be my co-host tomorrow. And he had whiteboard videos that were converting well, apparently, where he's standing in front of a whiteboard doing training. And then he went away from it for no reason. He just stopped. And then he said he came to Toronto, he met with Jeremy. Jeremy looked at his analytics and said, hey, do more whiteboard videos. And he looked at the data, said, these videos are working. He's like, oh, okay, great. I should do more whiteboard videos, right? So looking at your data to see what's working makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Someone has a question about what's a great example. I love it. It's all caps. Thank you. What's a great example of content?
It's like you're blind. It's like you're an old man or something. Jeremy's the youngest person probably here, and definitely is my co-host, and he needs to be all caps.
I drink my carrot juice, okay? I'm sorry.
I don't know about that. I believe Nation might disagree, but okay, keep going.
Carrot juice, and it's awesome. All right. What's a great example of content for a creative niche channel? So, again, what's a great example of content for a creative niche channel? So, if you're trying to, I'm going to pose it in the aspect of trying to create a niche channel that's creative, perhaps, is the main way to go. Do you want to take that, or do you want to take a different angle?
I'm just trying to think of they asked for an example. I'm trying to think of an example. But you answer it your way. I'll think of something.
Well, so looking for a specific example, if you're thinking about starting a niche channel, I would look at a niche something you're curious in, that you love, and find people who've already started channels on those specific things, and go on YouTube, if you're going to do YouTube or social media, and find it's channels, so it must be YouTube. Go on their most popular videos and see which pieces of content within that niche channel that you love, that you're thinking about maybe perhaps starting, I'm not sure, and seeing those videos that have really taken off for their channel. Those are great examples of creative niche content if you have a niche channel in mind. There's so many niche channels, it's hard to know whether it comes to very specific tech review channels, or parenting channels. Not sure exact example, but if there's a niche you're curious in, go find a niche that's already on there, look up their most popular videos, and you'll find some great examples of the videos that did really well for those channels. That's how I'm positioning this, I guess.
I would say you start by deciding if you are the learner or the expert. Do you know what you're doing, and can you offer keen insight to help people? Or are you trying to figure stuff out? Like right at the beginning of this live, Jeremy was talking about what do people do when they're 20 and they don't have a job and they don't know what to do. Well, you're not an expert, so don't come and make expert videos. What are you going to teach me to do? You don't know what to do. Great. You could be a learner. You can say, I'm going to go on this journey of X, Y, Z, and then you take me on the journey of you learning X, Y, Z, right? So in this creative process that you want to go down, are you the learner or are you the expert? I don't consume that many non-business channels, and most of what I consume is for my channels, my own interests, but then also I get to learn and grow because of it. That being said, some of the channels I look at are League of Legends stuff. Love me my League of Legends. And within that, I look at, there's a guy named Loco Doco, okay, who's got a channel. He used to be a coach. So when he's on his channel, he's doing breakdowns of the games, and he's doing his expert analysis, and he's telling stories of when he was a coach and players that he's learned from, right, and the experiences that he had. He's got insider information on things, right? So he's an expert. He's got this access to knowledge and people that other people don't have, right? So that's why I go to him. But there's other people who are doing channels on Watch Me Climb, where they're starting their account and trying to grow and get bigger and better. And they're players, and they may not have any insights to share, right? So that may make sense. That may make zero sense because you may not even know what League of Legends is, right? But it doesn't matter. It's still going to break down between, are you the expert or are you the learner? And then inside of that choice, you take me down a path and create consistent content.
Nice. Someone's asking how to create a blog.
Dope. Thank you. That's what I was thinking too. I'm definitely a learner. Look at that. I like it.
So in all caps, how do I create a blog? That's the question people are asking. Now,
Okay.
I don't know much about blogs, to be honest. Never really. I've never looked at a blog.
I've never looked at a blog.
Never looked at a blog.
It's hilarious.
So my advice is not my expertise, but what I can say is it's never that how to create a blog and grow it. It's like with anything. There's never gonna be like a secret formula where you just blow up. It really comes down to you create the blog. You're asking how do I create a blog? You find the thing you're really curious about, and you start putting out awesome content that people want to consume, and you stay super consistent with it. There is no, there are little things you can do to grow it, but at the end of the day, if you are just thinking about creating it, you got to create the first blog post for it, and you got to keep staying consistent with that to grow it. And seeing which of your blogs, when you start putting out that content, start seeing, oh my gosh, this one blog I posted crushed it compared to the others. Maybe I should hone in on that blog as an example. So yeah, it's really, you just create. You got to create the thing. Create it on something you're really angry about or has emotion. And just create the thing. I don't know. It's just. Yeah.
I like the oh my gosh. I like the oh my gosh. That was great. The oh my gosh is great. Yeah. So blog is just writing, right? Blog is writing.
Well, and
so
videos.
you know.
And videos.
No, that's a vlog. Did they say vlog or blog?
No, blogs. There are blogs that are posting like a YouTube video or like a video and then like one small paragraph down below, and it's considered a blog. Yeah, it's weird.
That's not a blog. That's a blog that is repurposing content on a website.
On their website,
So
they call it a blog.
anyway, it doesn't even matter. It's deciding what do you want to do. Do you want to make it a video blog and take it a vlog and call it a blog? Awesome. Or do you want to make it a written one? It doesn't actually matter, but the choice matters, because whatever you decide, then you go off and you start to make it, right? Go write your first piece of content. Writing is probably easier. If you're good at writing, you could start writing it right now. Video, you can still go off and start, just usually takes a little bit more time. But start. Nobody's going to watch it or read it anyway. Great. Start. And then on the marketing side, you leverage the social platforms. So if it's writing, because it's a blog, then you're using Twitter and you're using Instagram with fire captions because your gift is writing. If it's a video, then you're using Instagram and using video clips because that's what you're really good at. So how do you start it? You decide tonight, I'm going to make my first post and it's going to go up and nobody's going to see it. And I'm then going to go off and make another one. What? Jeremy will see it.
If you DM me when you make that first post, DM me the blog link. I'll check it out and I'll like it. I'll be your first viewer. Because
look at the love.
I've never seen a blog before.
I've never seen a blog before. Jeremy's gonna lose his blog virginity right here, and you're gonna lose your blog virginity together. You in writing it, and Jeremy in reading it, and we just won the game, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
It's happening. We are making it happen. Jeremy has just moved to 5-1. 5-1. What a record. What a record. Jeremy's sticking in the house. All right.
I can't explain it.
Okay, so guys, that's the end of this stream. We're gonna come back in 5 seconds, start the new stream, start the new game, get another victory, hopefully, and take your questions. Let's go.